Well, it was headline news today. This is what you basically woke up with this morning. New York Times headlines: NBC fires Matt Lauer over sexual misconduct allegation. Wow. I mean, 1 minute it's NBC's Matt Lauer, and then it's CBS's Charlie Rose. I'm looking at a list here: NPR's Michael Oreskes, Amazon's Roy Price, New York Times Glenn Thrush, and in Hollywood, from Harvey Weinstein to Kevin Spacey to Louis C.K. and others. Now in Congress, is it Al Franken, John Conyers? Who's next? How do we respond? Well, here's how President Trump responded. He tweeted this out. Wow, Matt Lauer was just fired from NBC for, quote, inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace. But when will the top executives at NBC and Comcast be fired for putting out so much fake news? Check out Andy Lack's past. And then right after that, he tweeted a follow-up message, and it was this. So now that Matt Lauer is gone, when will the fake news practitioners at NBC be terminated the contract to Phil Griffin? And will they terminate low ratings Joe Scarborough based on the unsolved mystery that took place in Florida years ago? Investigate. Now, I understand that President Trump really sees the liberal media as his enemy, and for good reason. The reporting against him has been overwhelmingly negative, and as many mistakes as he's made, the media has piled on and added to it, and it's been ugly in its reporting. I understand that, but this is not the time to gloat. And with all respect to the office of the president, when you have glass houses in your own past, do you just say, well, investigate the glass houses in other people's past? I don't think that's the right way to respond. That's why I tweeted out, I don't recommend gloating when someone you don't like falls or is exposed. Better to grieve over their loss and take stock of the cost of sin. Better to stay low and search your own heart than to mock someone else's disgrace. And then author, professor, editor Jay Richards added in response, and never, ever take pleasure in the destruction of anyone's marriage. Pray for them. If you really don't like them, pray even more for them. And then a woman by the name of Adelina added in Proverbs 24, 17, and 18, verses I thought of immediately today. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it and be displeased and turn away his anger from him. Now, look, I agree with the observations that the vast majority of these abuse cases or allegations of abuse are over on the left, the so-called champions of women's rights. Hey, if you want to encourage an abortion, you're not really for women. If you want to diminish the importance of gender distinctions, you're not really for women. If you want to do what Hollywood does and exalt women as sexual objects, you're not really for women. So I agree that conservative principles of life are much more honoring of women and much more protective of women. But I'm not going to sit here and throw stones. I mean, one day it's producers, another day it's politicians, another day it could be pastors and preachers. And even though most of us, hopefully the vast majority of us, have not done what some of these people are accused of doing, if God wanted to expose a wrong attitude, a wrong thought, a wrong word, a wrong deed in our lives, he could damn us all. So I say, when you see these things happen, be sober, grieve over the people's loss, pray for their repentance and redemption, and make sure your own house is in order.